Hello everybody and welcome back to Kinlaig on the Highland Fishing Expansion. So I'm finally gonna sort these out. These have been here for ages. I can't remember when we took them down, but I've just sort of ignored them. But we should really now try move them on. So I'm just hoping whilst I've got the forks on, we may be able just to push or work these over to the trigger. Or maybe not. I don't really fancy having to go get the grab, which that's over where our lodges are. I don't fancy going to go get that. I would like to just put these in. Let's go get the flatbed. I probably should have said the bale trailer, not flatbed. But anyways, we're getting this last little bit on. So don't fall off now. I think I've just thrown that over yon side. We may get lucky when we throw the straps on. It may just hold everything for us. And our paddock there with the cattle, that's now looking very, very sparse. Which, to be fair, it's one of those things. I'm not too fussed by it. Did we get a strap on that? Yeah. I'm not too fussed by it because we're doing so much with cattle on the Pioneer that I'm not too bothered. And it's looking like we may be doing cattle again on Oxygen Javi's new map. Is it Whitcomb Park, I think? So we'll drop these into there. And then what's probably be a good idea is to have a look at all our productions. So the young fish food, they need fish food, so we're going to have to get some to there. The stonemason, that just needs the big stones, which is coming from the quarry. The quarry will need some water. Is that still producing? Yeah, that's still producing. Potatoes, that's still plodding away. The oil mill, that's finished. So deactivate. Offshore's full. Sawmills, they're still going, and that's empty. Right, so we need some fish food. So if we go, it'll be down here, won't it? Food, fish food, 8. Let's get another 8 just in case. And we'll take this down considering it's on, and we'll go pick that up. What I may also see is whether, if we stack this right, we may be able to get the canam on. Should we see if we can get it with the forks now? Let's just narrow those up a bit. Let's see if we can just put this on the back. Right, I need to be further to the back. Oh, brilliant. Let's just hope it doesn't fall off. We'll get this, we'll put this on the back, and then we should be able to stack all the fish food at the front. And it saves having to drive the canam up for no reason. Here, doing a trip. An unnecessary trip, I should say. Ah! Go on, get down on there. Sound job. So, get those forks out, and we can now, let's just widen the tines again. We'll try and get all this fish food put right onto the front of the trailer, and then get all this taken home. We do have that box of fish. So I was just wondering what was going on with my tines then. We do have that box of fish there as well. That's what we lost the last time we went messing around with the offshore fish production. We lost them into the sea. So we will have to sell them at some point. I don't know whether it's worth taking them back now or not, but anyways. My hope is we can just slide these on in... No! Okay, right, we'll have to go high again. We could have got 2, we could have got 4 of them in on that front, but it's just slightly too wide, which is fine. We'll go up to here, and hopefully none will fall off, because they are proper wiggling about all over the place, aren't they? Or they were. Right, take that off, and we'll get ourselves up to the top, back up to the yard so we can go feed the fish. So what I would like to show everyone is in the previous episode I was struggling with frame rate where it was going down to like 15, 16 frames, which is just terrible. But if I go now, and obviously in that time the game's closed down, we've reloaded the game obviously back up, we're at 60. So let's just keep an eye on this and see what happens later on in this episode, because if anyone does know why it's doing it, it would be greatly appreciated if you would leave me a comment below and let me know. Right, let's get this. Is it going to take it all? No. So right, what we'll do is I don't think we'll need that trailer anytime soon. We'll go, do we get the Canamon off like this, or shall we do it by driving? I think let's drive the Canam off. Let's just leave this here, because we haven't driven this for a while, so we might as well jump in. Right. That's You'd totally do that in real life, wouldn't you? Let's go park this up in our garage over here. This was very handy. When was it the castle? It just needed 1 or 2 pallets. So it was, oh, that's not where the garage is. When the castle just needs 1 or 2 pallets, very handy. Throw them in the back of here and take this up, because it is a lot quicker. And obviously you can't put much in it. Right, let's just reverse this back. Like so. Well, that's not very straight, is it? Right, let's go halve. So that is now the young fish breeding is completely full. So it's the quarry that I would like to go get some more water to. So we might as well stay in this because it'll be the quicker tractor to use. We'll go get our water tank. We will make sure the cows are full of water, and then we'll get over, we'll find a water source somewhere, and then we'll get over to the quarry and fill that up. I should really start parking these tractors away. They're rather expensive. I haven't gone absolutely balmy. I just want to try and get somewhere. And I do realise this is not the correct way to go about doing it, but it was going to be a long way. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. That's what I wanted to look for. Well, this is what I thought I was going for, but not here. I was wanting to go down there. So, right. Let's leave that there. Let's go have a look at this one. So this is the 9th entry. We got to our destination where our ship is going to retire after months of expedition. Most of the crew got off to hire with other companies as planned. Only Marina, Finley and Dougal, the chaplain and me returned home on a smaller boat. Back home, Marina will hand over her documents of creatures to our employer, and then we will scatter. She is pleased with our findings of seemingly unlisted sea creatures, at least to our knowledge. To be honest, we're not entirely sure how we ended up at our destination. Marina still claims either the charts or stars were wrong, and we drifted blind for quite some time. Maybe this captain does know something right without knowing it. Hopefully our voyage back home will be easier. First we catch our breath in this vibrant port town. It's warm here and people seem chipper. Also, we stock up on something else, but however you say that. And how do you, is there more? No. So that's everything for that one. Right. Well, that's not what I was coming for. What I wanted to go do is I stopped off at the bridge up there because I think that's the first time I've ever gone over that bridge, and I just wanted to have a look, and because I thought it'd make a good screenshot from the bridge facing out over the map, because that looked lovely. But in doing that, I did notice, oh, this is where our lodges are. They're just behind us. In doing that, I did see down here something that connects to this stream. So this is why I've taken the rather severe approach of just following the stream here, because there is a watermill here. So this is where I wanted to come originally, but there's no roads to here, which is a bit strange. But right, let's cross back over the stream. I probably would have been a lot better just going down just through the woodland there, maybe. But right, let's have a look at this. Oh, we can actually go inside of it. That's cool. So here, yeah, that's the bridge in question there, and there's the watermill. So my thinking was, this looks like the sort of place one of these bottles will be hidden. I didn't know that there'd be one just in the waterfall up there. So let's go have a look anyways. Being able to go inside these buildings like this, for me, that's brilliant. I loved being able to do it. And then you get to see all the workings, you know, all the gears working and whatnot. Is this possible? Zoop. But then you get the likes of that. Well, that's just an image now behind the screen. Right, let's get that off. So surprisingly, there's no bottles here. There's nothing for us to go and collect, or at least not that I can see. If anyone else can see one, please do let me know. That's cool. I like that. What's on top? Will there be anything on top of the shed? No. Right, I think it is time we got back to the farm. And which way? I think if we go up this way, this may be a slightly better route. We won't flood the tractor or anything. If we go up this way, I think we'll find the train line. And then if we follow the train line up, we can go through the wood, just there where our lodges are. And our lodges seem to have gone backwards. You can't actually see, they were a lot more progressed than that. This has got me worried. And like magic, they're back. Yeah, this is probably the way we should have come in the first place to get to that watermill. But anywho, alright, we will spin this round and leave this here. That's the reason why we filled it up. Just so it was coming back full. Right, let's take that off. And let's go. Do we have a pressure washer on this farm? I'm just thinking, is it probably worth getting all our machinery, just sort of, well, not all the machinery, but the likes of our tractors and whatnot, getting them washed and sorted. If we drove, I'm surprised it hasn't cleaned it driving through the stream, to be fair. I thought that would usually clean your vehicles up. But right, I know I should have a diesel tank here I've just driven into. So start filling that up. I don't believe we've got a... I would have thought we would have had one by now, a pressure washer, but anyways. Right, that is now full, or as close to. Let's go park this up. We'll use this, this can be sort of like our machinery workshop, hiding old tractors and so on in. So let's put this one into here. Let's now go find our other, well, let's bring this back now, because like I say, we've just got stuff laid about all over at the minute. We'll bring this back, but I'll probably go park this in the sheep barn. I did think that gap there was a bit bigger down the middle than what it was. Right, let's go. We'll go put this up here just out of the road for now. It's just trying to keep things a bit tidier. Ooh, I better concentrate on what I'm doing. So let's put that there. That's parked away. We really need to get a bigger shed. Which that could be what we could look at doing this episode, is building a huge shed over in the yard expansion down here, so that we can start storing a lot of our bigger equipment. Right, this one, my dog. I wish I could trust my dogs to do that. Just let them free roam, and they're not going to cause no problems or anything. Right, let's fill that up, and let's have a look at shades. So it really wants to be something like that, but maybe slightly bigger, because I'm thinking it wants to go over here somewhere, maybe right up again there. What's this one? No, that's too narrow for my liking. That's the shed we've got built. What other options do we have? Oh no, that's the shed we've got built. What's that one? That's literally just got one door in it. This one? Let me have a quick look. So we do have this one, which is part of the Highland Fishing Expansion, which would get plenty of stuff tucked into there. I'm just wishing I put the oil mill further that way now. What's this one? Ooh, that's even bigger. Where would we even try put that on this? The only other place is to start building now down here. You know, to put bits of equipment like as big as it, like sheds and whatnot, as big as this. Do we? I've got to do something there, but I've also got to sort out this mess that we are just sort of accumulating up here. I would expand into there, but I've planted a lot of trees now, which those trees are going to be no good for us. What was this field going to be? I think that's going to be onions. I reckon, do we look at putting this, are they all slidey doors? They are. What else is here? Is there anything else for the Highland Fishing Expansion? Oh, that's that one. That's even bigger. That's huge. I think if we're going to do anything, this is what we want to be doing. Just go big or go home. Right. Let's just make sure that we have saved this properly before we do this. Into here, construction, the biggest of the biggest sheds. Let's try line it up somewhat. And if we go free mode like this, I'm hoping that it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, there's a fair bit of a lip there, to be fair. Oh. And it's not exactly straight either, is it? Right, let me sort this out. Right, so I've left the game. Obviously deleted the shed that was in there, so I'm a few quid out, but it doesn't really matter. And I'm hoping now this should be a lot better fitting onto here. So I just want to try and make sure it's as straight as possible. Which we're not too far off on that aspect. We will bring it as far back as what we can. So possibly around here. What's it? I'm going to say that's slightly out going off that line. So that's I think that's a better fit. What is it? 20. So there's only 1,000 and some pounds. So we will do this like so. And now let's. Please don't be. Oh, it's raised all that up again. Yeah, so infuriating. Let's see. If I take all this, lower all this, will that be enough for the shed? It's more that bit in the middle there where it raises it. It just raises it up far too high for my liking. But I think that's not too bad now. Let's just check around these edges. Obviously this all wants softening up. And yeah, that doesn't look too bad to me now. We are just going to put some grass in. Dirt grass now. I want just normal grass. Just so that we have a bit of a margin around the back. Probably got something like this. But I haven't installed the straight edge mod on this, which that would have been really helpful. Right, so something like that just gives us plenty of room for turning around with machinery, especially if this is going to be onions. There's going to be some big machinery into here. But I am going to get cracked on with this, trying to make it look as neat as possible. And then we'll have a look to see what's actually in this shed, because as I was looking, it almost looks like there's silage clamps and all sorts. If you look down here, they half look like silage clamps. But whether it's all for machinery, I don't know. And I don't know why there's that bit of a lip there. That must just be to park a vehicle in there, I would have said. But getting the combine in there looks perfect, especially through that door. You can drive it through. But, right, let's sort this monstrosity out. So there is still more that needs doing, but I think for now we can just leave it as is, because I think that's quite a bit of an improvement. Well, it's a huge improvement, especially tractor-wise. We've got lowest horsepower to the biggest one. It'd be nice if we could put in a big quad track or something as well. But right, it's just trying to decide what to do with this bit here. Do we bring a load of implements in? but they're all neatly tucked away up there. But once we've got this drilling season out of the way, we will get into a habit of, once we're done with the machine, get it repaired, get it washed off, and put it all away. And obviously all our bigger machinery is in there. So I think there's not much more to really say than thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.